How to learn English speaking perfectly. Most people ask the wrong question. They ask,
how can I learn speaking perfectly? But the real question is, why do I still feel stuck, even after learning English for years? If this sounds familiar, this video is for you. Because learning English speaking is not about talent, it's not about accent, and it's definitely not about memorizing grammar rules. It's about habits, thinking patterns, and the way you practice. Let me be very clear. People who speak English confidently are not smarter than you. They just learned it the right way. First truth you must accept. Perfect English does not exist. Even Americans don't speak perfect English. They pause, they repeat, they make mistakes, but they speak without fear. So if your goal is perfection, you will never start. Your real goal should be clear, natural, confident English. That is what people respect. Why most learners fail. Most learners study English, but they don't use English. They read grammar books, they watch videos, they learn new words. But when it's time to speak, their mind goes blank. Why? Because knowing English and speaking English are two different skills. You don't learn swimming by reading a book. You learn swimming by getting into water. English works the same way. The biggest mistake learners make. They try to translate. They think in their native language, and then translate into English. This makes sentences slow, long, and unnatural. Americans don't translate. They think directly in English. And the good news is, you can learn this too. But only if you stop translating word by word. Rule 1 for perfect English speaking. Think in meaning, not in grammar. When you speak, don't ask, is this sentence grammatically perfect? Ask, is this sentence clear? If the message is clear, people understand you. And when people understand you, your confidence grows. Vocabulary is not the problem. Many learners say, I don't have enough vocabulary. That's not true. You already know enough words to speak basic English. The problem is, you don't know how to use simple words naturally. Americans use simple words every single day. They don't say, I am extremely exhausted. They say, I'm tired. They don't say, I will revert back to you. They say, I'll get back to you. Simple words, clear meaning. That's real English. Stop learning English like a student. Stop learning English to pass exams. Learn English to communicate. Instead of memorizing word lists, learn full sentences. Because your brain remembers sentences, not single words. For example, don't memorize the word decision. Memorize the sentence, I'll make a decision. Don't memorize, inform. Memorize, I'll let you know. This is how native speakers learn. Speaking confidence comes from familiarity. Confidence does not come from courage. Confidence comes from familiarity. When a sentence feels familiar, your mouth speaks automatically. That's why practice matters. Not long practice, daily practice. 10 minutes every day is better than 2 hours once a week. The right way to practice speaking. Speak out loud. Not in your head, not silently. Your mouth needs training, just like your brain. Stand in front of a mirror. Or talk to yourself. Yes, it feels strange at first. But it works. Speak about simple things. What you did today. What you're planning tomorrow. What you're thinking right now. This is real practice. Listening is more important than speaking. If you want to speak like Americans, You must listen like Americans. Listen to how they shorten sentences, how they pause, how they connect words. Don't focus on accent, focus on rhythm. American English is relaxed, not stiff. That rhythm comes from listening daily. One powerful daily habit. Choose one short video, or one short conversation. Listen to it, pause it, repeat it. Copy the tone, copy the speed, copy the emotion. This is called shadowing. Children learn language this way, and it still works for adults. Fear is the real enemy. Most people don't fail because of English. They fail because of fear. Fear of making mistakes, fear of sounding foolish, fear of being judged. But here's the truth. People are not listening to judge you. They are listening to understand you. And mistakes don't make you weak. Silence does. Change the way you talk about yourself. Never say, "My English is bad." Say, "I'm improving my English." Your brain believes what you tell it. If you say you are bad, you will speak badly. If you say you are learning, you will improve. Language is skill, not identity. English is a tool, not a test. English is not there to impress people. English is there to help you express yourself. Your thoughts, your ideas, your personality. When you focus on expression, fluency comes naturally. One question to ask before speaking. Before you speak, ask yourself, is this how a native speaker would say it? If the sentence feels long, make it shorter. If it feels complicated, simplify it. Simple English, strong English. The sentence you choose matters. Because language shapes how people see you, and how you see yourself. When your English sounds clear, people focus on your ideas, not your mistakes. That's the real goal. Stop chasing accent. Let me say this clearly. Accent does not decide fluency. Clarity decides fluency. Many Americans have different accents, but they understand each other perfectly. So stop trying to sound American. Start trying to sound natural. Natural means simple, clear, easy to understand. Grammar is a tool, not a trap. Grammar is important, but grammar is not the first step. Think of grammar like traffic rules. You don't memorize all rules. Before you start driving, you learn by driving, and slowly you improve. Same with English. Speak first, correct later. If you wait to be perfect, you will never speak. The power of short sentences. Americans love short sentences. They don't talk in long paragraphs. In daily life, they say, "That works. I get it. Sounds good. Let me check." Short sentences sound confident. Long sentences sound unsure. So when you speak, cut your sentence in half. Then cut it again. What remains is strong English. Learn English in chunks. Native speakers don't build sentences word by word. They use chunks. For example, instead of thinking, "I will plus inform plus you," they think, "I'll let you know." Instead of, "I am plus not plus able plus to come," they think, "I can't make it." These chunks come from listening and repeating, not from grammar books. Why you understand English but can't speak. This is very common. You understand movies, you understand videos, but when you speak, words disappear. That's because understanding is passive. Speaking is active. To activate English, you must force output. Even if it's slow, even if it's imperfect, output creates fluency. Stop waiting for the right time. Many learners say, I'll start speaking when I'm ready. That time never comes. You become ready by speaking, not before speaking. Start with broken English. It will slowly become better English. Silence never improves language. Daily English environment. You don't need to move to America to learn American English. You need environment. Change your phone language to English. Think in English during simple tasks. Talk to yourself in English. Your brain learns from exposure. The more English you see, hear, and use, the faster you improve. Mistakes that slow down fluency. Correcting yourself too much. Stopping mid-sentence. Apologizing again and again. This breaks flow. Instead, finish the sentence. Then move on. Fluency is flow, not perfection. One simple speaking formula. Think, speak, move on. Don't think again. Don't repeat. Don't judge. This trains your brain to trust itself. Confidence is a skill. Confidence is not personality. It is a trained response. The more you speak, the less fear you feel. Fear disappears with repetition. That's why daily speaking matters. How long does it really take? People ask, how long will it take to speak English perfectly? There is no fixed time. But with the right method, you can feel confident much faster than you think. Not years, not forever. Weeks of correct practice can change everything. Measure progress the right way. Don't measure progress by how many words you know. Measure progress by how easily you express ideas. If today you can explain something that you couldn't explain last month, you are improving. That's real progress. English is a living skill. English changes. People shorten it, simplify it. So stay flexible. Don't stick to textbook English. Learn real English from real conversations. Final thought for this part. You don't need permission to speak English. You don't need approval to make mistakes. You just need consistency. Small daily effort creates big change. One powerful practice you can start today. Let me give you something practical. Something you can start today, not tomorrow. Every day, choose one simple topic. For example, your day, your work, your plans, your opinion. Set a timer for 5 minutes. Speak only in English. No stopping, no translating, no correcting. Just speak. At first, it will feel uncomfortable. That discomfort is growth. Why this method works. Your brain learns language through use, not through thinking. When you force yourself to speak, your brain searches for patterns. And slowly, those patterns become automatic. That's how fluency is built. Don't compare yourself to others. This is very important. Never compare your English with someone else's English. Everyone's journey is different. Some people started earlier, some practiced differently. Comparison kills confidence. Focus on progress, not perfection. What to do when you get stuck? You will get stuck. Everyone does. When you don't know a word, don't stop. Explain it in another way. Native speakers do this all the time. Fluency is not knowing every word. Fluency is knowing how to continue. English is about connection. People don't remember your grammar. They remember how you made them feel. Clear, confident, comfortable. That's what good English does. Your mindset matters more than method. You can have the best method, but with the wrong mindset, you won't improve. Stop saying, I'm bad at English. Start saying, I'm learning English. That one sentence changes everything. Consistency beats motivation. Motivation comes and goes. Consistency stays. You don't need to feel motivated. You need to show up. Even on low energy days. Speak for 2 minutes. 2 minutes daily is powerful. English is a long game. You won't become fluent overnight. And that's okay. Language grows slowly, but steadily. Trust the process. What fluency really feels like. Fluency is not speaking fast. Fluency is speaking without fear. Fluency is expressing thoughts without panic. That feeling is achievable. Final message. You don't need perfect English to succeed. You need usable English. Clear, simple, confident. Speak more, think less. That's how English speaking becomes natural. If you've watched this far, you already care about improving. That's the first step. Practice what you learned today. And remember, fluent English is built one simple sentence at a time.